running up police cars. That serves no purpose.
You know, he said more than that. He also went on.
Yeah, he talked about too. He talked about when there are young black men that want to study and get ahead. All of a sudden, the ones that really don't want them to get ahead say, "Oh, you're acting white now because you're talking too clear and you're getting too much of an education. You're becoming white." There is no white or black. This country's for black and white. There's no color sequence here. And you want to know something? Charles Barkley hit the nail exactly on the head. This is America, and people should get educated. People should be able to speak correctly and not. And you know what the problem? Again, it goes back, and I'm sorry to say, it goes to the rap music and all that nonsense, and with the language that's used there, and it just goes right back into the neighborhood. And this is how the bad ones.
If we're going to look at the socioeconomic issues involved with this, Mark, you got to admit, inner city schools are horrible. You know, the liberal welfare state has not worked. We got 50 million Americans in poverty, 50 million Americans on food stamps. The American dream isn't there for them today. And I would argue that those very people that say they have a monopoly of compassion for the poor and minority communities, their policies have hurt these communities. And then they come in as the savior and they whip people up into a frenzy, creating the impression that they're going to get a verdict that was never going to come in this case. Was there any chance the grand jury was going to come back with some type of charge? I don't think so.
I don't think that if they actually paid attention to the evidence, certainly not. If they were being held hostage and they actually took the bait, of course they'd come back with an indictment. But you said something interesting about the inner city, Sean. I've worked that part of the city in Los Angeles the greater part of my career, and I'm going to tell you this. 80% of the people are trying to get their kids in school, get them educated. They're trying to go to work. They're trying to work 2 jobs. They're trying to not catch a bullet in a drive-by when they eat dinner. They're locked down at night. Those are the people we don't hear. Those are the people, just like good Muslims, that can't come forward because they'll be targeted. This is what's happening. We're hearing the gang members, the hoodlums, the thugs, the activists, the anarchists. That's who we're hearing from.
These are the people that sat on the grand jury. These are the eyewitnesses in the neighborhood that are afraid they may be identified.
That's right.
But they were committed to the truth because they want their neighborhood safer.
You know what? You know what? Too, Mark.
Exactly.
And you watch today, Mark, in the United States Congress, they continue to put their hands up like that's what happened. In the New York City school system, 80% of the minority kids are graduating and they can't read properly. They're pushing them through, and this is where it all stems from. You got a democratic city in Chicago, New York, and these kids should be educated and let them learn. They push them through, and that's part of the problem.
All right, we got a break there, guys. Good to see you both. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. And on a busy news night, we continue here tonight on Hannity.
This was a hangman's news. It's not right, and we all deserve better.
Hangman's news, very harsh words from the Reverend Jesse Jackson in reaction to the grand jury's decision. So is the left in this country, are they purposely trying to undermine our justice system? Coming up next, we get reaction from the great one, Mark Levin, from his bunker as Hannity continues. Plus, never before seen video, an exclusive Hannity video from inside another store in Ferguson as looters are literally rampant. Now, the owner of this establishment will join us and he wants your help. That's all coming up as we continue tonight.
When pain goes deep, I use Salon Pass Deep Relieving Gel. This powerful gel rushes 3 pain fighters deep into my muscles. It's fast melting, quick absorbing, penetrating deep relief.
Salon Pass, powerful relief when and where you need it.
Sweet mother of softness. I've never seen anything so soft. Serving.
Take a closer look at Shaman Ultra Soft and you'll love what you see. Not only can you use less, but you can actually see the softness in our comfort cushions. Plus, Shaman Ultra Soft is so much more absorbent, you can use up to 4 times less.
What are you boys looking at?
My name's Squeeze.
Roto-Rooter approved. Sharpens clog-free or it's free.
If you're suffering from joint discomfort, get your life back fast with Arthro 7, formulated by our team of doctors for people who want a more natural, clinically proven solution to their joint discomfort in as little as 2 weeks. Call now or find Arthro 7 in the vitamin section at Walgreens.
And the wolf was huffing and puffing.
Kind of like you sometimes, Grandpa.
Well, when you have COPD, it can be hard to breathe. It can be hard to get air out, which can make it hard to get air in. So I talked to my doctor. She said,
Similar
Symbicort could help you breathe better, starting within 5 minutes. Symbicort doesn't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden symptoms. Symbicort helps provide significant improvement of your lung function. Symbicort is for COPD, including chronic bronchitis and emphysema. It should not be taken more than twice a day. Symbicort contains formoterol. Medicines like formoterol increase the risk of death from asthma problems. Symbicort may increase your risk of lung infections, osteoporosis, and some eye problems. You should tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it.
Symbicort could mean a day with better breathing. Watch out, Biggie.
Symbicort, breathe better, starting within 5 minutes. Call or go online to learn more about a free prescription offer. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Welcome back to Hannity. Last Monday, we all watched in horror as violent protests erupted in Ferguson, Missouri. Now, many are wondering, were these riots legitimized by those on the left? For example, take a look at what Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan had to say just days before the Ferguson grand jury reached their decision. Take a look.
As long as they kill us and go to Wendy's and have a burger and go to sleep, they're going to keep killing us. But when we die and they die, then soon we're going to sit at a table and talk about retired. We want some of this earth, but we'll tear this country up.
And now, Reverend Jesse Jackson, he's refusing to accept the justice carried out by the grand jury. Watch what he says.
The fact is that the 3.5 months, this was no jury of substance. No jury of integrity, no real America, but this was a hangman's noose. It's not right, and we all deserve better.
The grand jury was just a hangman's noose? Here was reaction. Nationally syndicated radio talk show host, the great one, Mark Levin. Mark, your reaction to this?
My reaction is that Farrakhan is a violent, hateful, racist anti-Semite, and the fact that the President of the United States didn't denounce those comments, the fact that the Attorney General of the United States didn't denounce those comments, the fact that not a single Democrat went to the floor of the House or the floor of the Senate and denounced that man and what he stands for, and not even